I just realized I have to pee, and it's going to be a terrible show if I don't go.
Go pee. Why would you not pee?
I'll be right back.
Okay, go pee.
I hate myself.
I hate myself. Welcome to Genius Bar. This is the intro. He doesn't know I'm going to use it as the intro, but it is.
A few moments later.
Hey, bud.
Ready?
I started.
What? How do you start a podcast when the other person isn't? What?
I just felt that it was necessary. It felt real, like authentic, because it shows that everybody pees.
Oh my God.
It shows that Sam Kohl is just a regular person, just like them.
Just like you and me, man. I don't know. I've been feeling pretty good lately.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
I don't know. I was just trying to say something like dramatic to get people's attention, or like, do something. Should we do something controversial at the beginning, or should we wait till like middle? What do you think the best way is to?
Honestly, with us, I think best case is just to play it safe today.
Yeah,
I feel like there's always a controversy on this show,
guys.
Do you read the comments, Sam?
I haven't in a while. No.
I'm just joking because I know the answer. I just wanted you to tell everyone no to their face. Yeah, I know you don't. People are very displeased with you.
Wait, 2 episodes in a row?
Yeah, like I don't know why, but they think you're just a slimy little scoundrel. They think they think your ego is too big or something.
Wait, what was it last episode?
Oh, just you fighting with Quinn.
Oh yeah, because I said that I felt like creators deserve to get paid, and Quinn was like, creators don't deserve to get paid. That's what it was.
Yeah, but I think it's the way you say things sometimes. They're a little rough,
Really? You think so?
Yeah, so I want to take this moment of the podcast early on, right? To just, how like when you're in a relationship and things have been kind of weird for a few days and you just want to like shake it off and get back to normal?
Yeah, I know what a relationship is.
Yeah, same. The audience, I think they're a little upset with you, Sam. And so I just want everyone to know that Sam is a good boy. And it's just joking. You're not serious about any of the things you say, right? It's all just jokes.
It's all
jokes.
It's jokes.
Yes, jokes. Thank you, Sam. Yeah. We have some iPhone news. I would like to start.
Are they actually mad at me? Because I'll fight back.
Oh yeah, they're no, fight back. I think it's best.
I wasn't even bad last week, bro.
Nope.
You want to see bad? You want to see me talk about? You want to talk about Android? Let's start the show by talking about Android.
Let's not. See, this is what I try. I as your best friend, I try to save you sometimes, and this was one of those times.
Okay.
So something interesting. 9to5Mac says that Apple is prepping for an iPhone 15 event potentially scheduled for September 13th. Now, the interesting thing here is that no one else is talking about it.
I feel like this is really anticlimactic. You just like said people are mad at me, and then you're like, so 9to5Mac says they're.
Oh, no. They're separate. People are mad at you. You have been informed. You have been served. Moving on.
Oh, this is like my summons. Okay.
Yeah. Just so.
Okay, guys, it's time for the iPhone 15.
iPhone 15.
But you just didn't sound excited enough. You're just like, okay, well, now that you gotta be excited, bro.
I'm trying to tell. See. 5 minutes in. Okay.
I try to be excited. You gotta be excited for iPhone news.
Okay, but the thing is, 9to5Mac has given us a supposed date for the event, and no one else has, like Mac Rumors, has not said a word. Usually.
Well, they're 2 different sites. I don't know. That makes sense. 9to5Mac has the scoops, Look, 9to5Mac has a whole section. You see this on their site?
Sam.
Go to their site.
Fucking why does it keep picking Susie?
Susie, you see what this says? They have an entire section just called exclusives.
Are you really playing this game with me right now, Sam?
Where they just... What? 1Password? How is that
Are you really going to act, Sam?
Yeah,
Are you really going to act like when someone puts out an exclusive, the other tech news websites don't also report it?
Oh, I got confused.
Yes.
I thought.
So 9to5Mac said this, and Mac Rumors, well, you should check because I haven't checked in a couple minutes, but
okay.
They haven't said anything, which leads me to believe that they have information that does not line up with that. You feel me?
I see what you're saying. I thought you were saying, like, just because Mac Rumors didn't have their own exclusive.
No.
I see what you're saying. You're saying because no one even reported on the news.
Yeah,
Therefore,
don't you feel that's weird?
The validity could be at question.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Don't you agree?
iPhone 15 event. I mean, yeah, but then why would 9 to 5 Mac run an exclusive if they weren't like pretty sure? That why wouldn't they just sit on that? That seems weird.
Do I need to? Why is everything broken?
Dude, we're having a rough.
We're having a rough.
We're having a
Sam,
rough.
This is you. You also are the one that steps up and tells us that those 9 to 5 Mac CADs that were shared aren't actual Apple CADs.
Yeah. True.
But now you're like, oh well, if 9 to 5 Mac is saying it, then it must be true.
I'm just saying that. That's. You gotta keep your arms through for the whole episode.
Like this?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like that's one of the 4 dates it was gonna be. So Wednesday, or September 13th.
But you think
sounds
that
pretty realistic?
Okay. Do you think they're right?
Very possibly, sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't have any inside
You don't
info.
think it's weird though that Mac Rumors isn't touching it? Like, why would and if they didn't have any information that said otherwise, or they weren't hearing rumblings in their Mac Rumors loins, they would have also just repeated this story. 9 to 5 Mac says event September 13th. They didn't do that.
Yeah.
Odd. That makes me think that it could, out of all the 4 dates, it's definitely not September 13th.
So what do you think then? So you think it's not? So you think it's going to be what, the 7th?
I just think it's weird. That's all.
You can't say it's weird if they have no other evidence.
My evidence is that 9 to 5 Mac isn't, Mac Rumors isn't saying anything.
Sorry,
that's my evidence, but...
Okay. Your evidence is a lack of evidence.
Yeah, also, did I talk about it on the podcast? I feel like I did.
You mentioned you had heard a date or something.
Where is it in my notes? Where is it in my notes? Hey, myself, where have you placed it? Where is the... Please hold. I found it. Welcome back. Okay. What I have is launching 15 and 15 Plus launch on the 15th. That's the ship date. Which if that's true, that would make the event the week prior, right? So that would make it not September 13th. That would make it, let me pull up a calendar, either September 5th or 6th. If it's going to be a Wednesday, it'll be the 6th. But then I have the pros early October, first week of October.
Dude, I don't think you're right because you don't know shit.
Okay, that's fine, but that's completely fine.
You've been John.
Listen. Hang on. I am not saying, hey, 9 to 5 Mac is wrong because I have this. This is bullshit. But my thing is that Mac Rumors didn't touch it. That usually Mac Rumors would be 30 seconds behind this story developing. But they haven't
reached
touched
out
it.
to anyone at Mac Rumors?
I'm going to call Dan.
I'm reaching out to my boy Hartley.
Call
Yo,
him.
why didn't you guys cover?
Oh boy, we have a cliffhanger on this episode.
Date?
That means you got to listen to the whole
iPhone
episode
15.
because
Very
eventually
curious.
you're going to...
We will get a reply.
Wait,
Hartley might be asleep.
I was going to say, Hartley's probably sleeping. Do we have anybody else? Joe.
I don't have Joe's phone number, but we have his Twitter.
I have
Who
Joe.
wrote the story? Yeah, or we could just I don't know. Basically, the whole
Why
point
would
is
I put Joe in my phone as just Joe?
Do you have like 4
I
Joes?
typed Joe and like 6 of them came up.
Are we editing all this out? We're editing all this out. What I personally think is that actually, I think this would line up with what your thought is, because if some of the models would be shipping later because of supply issues, then why wouldn't it be a week after you've heard? Like, that would make sense for them. Just push the event back a week and then supply has a week to catch up.
No, because the 15 and 15 Plus are, again, could be talking out of my ass. But the information that I have says the 15th. Launching. Like the ship, pre-orders have already happened.
Yeah. I personally
And if
think
pre-orders
that's
are happening,
incorrect.
what? It would happen on the Tuesday?
Because remember, the whole reason for the delay of the 15 Pros that we heard was that there were display issues because of the new technology they're using to do the thinnest bezels in the world. That's been resolved. We've heard multiple times that was an issue that's been resolved now.
Okay. What does that mean?
So that means the production's going to pick up and everything's going to launch at the same time. As I predicted a couple weeks ago, I feel like I'm starting to get.
Are you a
good pulse for this
Nostradamus?
kind of thing.
Nostradamus?
I just feel like I've been following this company for a long time, and I feel like I'm finally getting to the level of Apple analyst.
Are you analyzing right now?
Yeah.
This is you
and
analing? You're analing.
Yeah, in my analysis, I would say that they're all going to launch at the same time, and I'm not saying that this date is 100% right. I just
Okay, and as your friend,
I don't see it being late.
As your friend, your supporter, your confidant, I will put my flag on this information. I will put it on your analing. If you say there's no delay, there's no delay. Don't listen to anybody else. Listen to my friend.
That's my guess.
Sam Cohn. Sam Cohn.
Oh,
right there.
Good times. So that's the iPhone 15. Can you believe we are like a month away from this? I am so
Well, if it's
excited.
delayed, we're 2 months away.
No, it's not going to be delayed.
You don't know, Sam.
I do actually know it's not going to be delayed.
My anal friend.
I'm really excited for these phones. I will say I'm not excited for the titanium.
It's looking like a pretty big update.
I feel like the titanium is going to be rough on my fingers, and I'm not going to like it. Unless it was the smooth titanium, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the smooth titanium. It looks like it's going to be like the groove titanium.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's going to you know how when you touch something that feels weird with your hand? I feel like it's going to be like that.
Every time I hug you, I'm like, yeah, is this a bag of chicken bones? Or
yeah, bro.
Is this a man?
I've just been eating raw chicken lately. It's been really good.
Raw chicken?
Or not raw, but I mean like I cook it.
Then that's not raw, is it?
Well, I meant like I've been
That might be
buying
the
it
opposite of
rather than,
raw.
like freezer chicken. I spend like $50 a week on chicken now. I just buy like 5 things of chicken tenders. They're raw, and then I eat a whole thing every night.
I get chicken boobies.
Oh, you like the breasts more?
The boobies, yeah, the chicken boobies.
More of a breast man.
Yeah,
I respect that. I'm more of a tenderloin guy myself.
I see that.
That's just me. I think it's going to be huge. Did you see the report as well? That some analyst. Oh, I want to find who said this because I want to publicly call them out.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
Some analyst, according. Oh, Guo Minchi.
Okay.
I'd like to publicly call out Guo Minchi. He says that iPhone 15 demand is going to be lower than the 14.
Okay.
That doesn't make sense.
Why doesn't it make sense?
It doesn't make sense because it's the biggest upgrade in 3 years, and it has USB-C.
Well, there.
Is that?
I'm sorry. Are you just being facetious? That's one of your real. Oh, it can't be lower this year because it has USB-C. That was
no.
You
I
actually
actually think. I'm serious. Why are you laughing? USB-C is going to make a lot of people upgrade.
Okay. All right. Anyway, do you know how expensive phones are? You think people are just upgrading because the hole is new?
Yeah, I think a surprising number of people that aren't usually the ones that fit into the analysis of market are going to upgrade.
I agree. A surprising number from 4 to 6.
People in my life that don't watch my videos or care about the iPhone and have asked me for every year for the past 5 years, is a new iPhone going to get USB-C?
Okay.
Oh, then I'll just wait.
Most of them.
That's what they've said every single time. And these are people that are not tech heads. They're not freaks like us. These are like tech adjacent people.
Tech adjacent. Well, when was the last quote unquote super cycle? When was the official last super cycle?
2020. Right at COVID. It was the last iPhone delay.
Well, it's funny because we were hearing last year that demand for iPhone 14, well, specifically the Pros, was pretty high. But now
it was very high. They under predicted it. Remember there was a shortage?
Yeah, but now it's like, oh, didn't their earnings come out today and iPhone sales dipped? Pretty sure they did.
Here's the thing. I was also reading through this, and it was like, yes, they dipped, bro. I gotta find. I was a quote I saw. The company posted.
Oh God.
The company posted revenue of $81.8 billion. That's John. They're down 1% year over year. Oh no! Apple's doom. Sell your stock, guys. They're down 1. Whoa!
That's
done.
Catastrophic. It's over. It's over.
Like,
pack it up. Pack it up.
It's been a super competitive market environment. The fact that it's only 1% is incredibly remarkable to me. Vision Pro has not launched yet. Not that that's going to be a significant contributor to revenue right now, but like there hasn't really been anything big this year. The iPhone's always what drives revenue for the next year.
Also,
we're at the tail end of that.
How many iPhones is 1%?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, who didn't buy the phone? Which one of y'all waited for the 15?
I mean, actually, it's probably like a million.
This is just me, but I would argue that I think there would be a higher number of people this year not buying the 14 and waiting for the 15 than in the previous 3 years prior. And I don't know. I don't have any actual hard data.
Maybe.
That would just be a guess, simply because the 15 is going to be a really big update.
Well, the pros, the regular 15s are just, I mean.
No, the regular 15s are going to be a huge update as well.
How?
Bro, USB-C, Dynamic Island, new colors, and you're getting, well, a faster processor. It'll be the A16 from last year. The other thing, too, is, frosted back glass. That's not big. But, yeah, the first four, like USB-C, that coming alone is huge to the low-end models. I'm surprised Apple did that, but it makes sense. And then the Dynamic Island.
Instead of all the models getting frosted
things.
glass, I wish they would just switch. I wish 15s would get frosted, and then we would get the shiny glass on the back.
Really, I actually do like the frosted glass a lot. I've been a huge fan since iPhone 11 Pro.
Of course, you're a huge fan of anything that they put in your hand.
Okay. I mean, you can keep saying that. Is this how you feel when people, like, when I argue with you about Vision Pro? You're like, I did. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, can we talk about Vision Pro?
No, we can't. Actually, we can't. Sorry, Sam. I have prior commitments. I'm sorry. I have to go.
You don't have to go.
I
you
have
actually
to
put
go.
This in the notes yourself. You are the one that put this story.
I have to go.
You can't just say that. You can't just say that.
I can do whatever I want. I'm a grown adult.
Okay, so Apple has recently started sending out the Vision Pro to people. To developers.
Yeah, sort of.
I applied. They have not gotten back to me just yet.
No.
Have I told you my idea? I actually submitted a full thesis and everything of what I want to make for Vision Pro.
What you want to make?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
I want to make an augmented reality, virtual reality mini golf game that uses your hands as the controllers. It's perfect. It'd be native on Vision Pro. And it would use a polygon system similar to that game that we like, so it wouldn't be too intensive for the M2 chip. So I think it would look pretty stunning. The tutorial
We're talking about Walkabout Mini Golf, by the way. If you guys haven't played it on the Quest, you are missing out.
By the way, I reached out to them on Twitter and I was like, "Are you guys making a game for the Vision Pro?" Yeah, and they have not. They didn't reply.
Oh, how dare they?
And I'm like, bro.
Well, probably because they just did a little bit of research and we don't tell this guy anything. Because if they're working on, you're not just wondering, hey, I would really like to know if you're working on a game. No, if Sam Kohl is reaching out to you asking if you're making a game, you're just seconds away from everyone knowing. The second you answer. So just best to not say anything. I'm sure if they wanted people to know, they would have said something. I'm not going to tell you. That's like the people when my leaks were when I was hot at the time, people would DM me just asking me questions as if I knew the information at all, I was going to tell them and not just everybody.
Bro, a random person is different than someone doing a journalistic approach to be like, hey, are you working on this game?
Yeah, it's even worse because you're clearly going to tell everybody.
No, that's the point of journalism, is to inform the masses.
No, I think if they're not saying anything, they don't want to say anything.
I don't have any formal training. So, yeah, I applied for my Vision Pro and they did not reply. Now, obviously, if I did get approved, I could probably say that I got approved, but I would have to keep it in a locked box. It could never leave my line of sight. I'd have to lock the door in the room I was using it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I couldn't obviously talk about my experiences at all. Now, here's the bad news. You're going to like this one. Apple's been inviting developers to attend labs. The first one is in Cupertino. And apparently there are, quote, not many attendees.
Huh. They're underfilled with a small amount of developers.
According to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman.
The little gremlin himself.
He said he's hearing so far.
Hey, does that say
Labs,
42 retweets? Really?
It does.
Okay.
Why are you?
Because it's...
Oh, because Twitter.
Yeah, because
I
I thought they rebranded everything, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Okay, so that could... I mean, that could mean a couple things. It could mean that they aren't interested, or it's just that's not accessible enough. Like, they don't want to go to Cupertino. Just
Yeah, I mean, Cupertino for the first one was weird. The only one in the U.S. is in Cupertino. The others are abroad in other countries, which is cool. But it is weird to me to have... Well, no, I guess it makes sense because you could make an app in Japan and run it on the U.S. models. But like, it's not... Vision Pro isn't launching outside of the U.S. until late 2024, from what we're hearing. It's coming early 2024 in the U.S. And yeah, Cupertino is like, it's not even L.A. or SF. It's like 40 minutes south of SF, 5 hours away from L.A. And then, like, why not do one in New York,
I almost
L.A.,
feel
Chicago?
like this is too locked down.
Yes, they are trying too hard. As I've criticized of Apple for everything in the past, because
this is what I mean. Just don't fucking say anything. If it's not ready, it's not ready. Like, why announce it? Put a bunch of money behind all the ads. Be like, okay, developers, here you go, but not really. Don't say anything. Don't do anything. Don't take it anywhere. Keep it in this box and come to our house.
Yeah, I am confused about their approach here. Apple, they love their secrecy, man, but they can't lock down the iPhone.
Is it just complete secrecy, or is it because it's held together with Elmer's glue and bubblegum?
Well, it's clear that some of the features weren't ready. I've never argued about that.
No, I'm not trying. This isn't a gotcha.
Okay.
This is a hypothesis. Like, I'm putting this out there. Is it because are they being super secretive because of competitors, or because that wouldn't surprise me either, or are they being super secretive because like it's not fully fleshed out and they don't want that out yet?
Oh, I think it's that. That would be my guess. I would say, yeah, like the front display probably isn't done still, and I mean, we haven't seen anything about it since Apple.
Yeah.
I mean, we've heard tidbits and we've learned things about the software, but like we have not seen this. So I don't know. I will
It's a
say,
bit sus.
I get incredibly more excited about this product every single day, and I cannot wait. This product is going to change the world.
Okay,
it is going
they
to
didn't
begin to
invite
change
you,
the way we
Sam.
interact. No, that's not why. I know they're never going to invite me. Trust me. After what I have planned for September, I don't think we're gonna.
What does that mean?
Nothing. But like I just.
Are you being a bad little boy?
What'd you say?
Are you being a bad little boy? You want to talk about it? You're on the show?
I'm not. I'm being a good little boy.
Why wouldn't they want to talk to you then if you're being a good little boy?
I feel like I've been a good little boy and they haven't wanted to talk to me.
Oh, so this is like, is this an ultimatum?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
You have until September.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's what it sounds like.
I love Apple. I'd love to be a part of their culture and what they do.
I love
think they
Apple
do really well,
until September.
No, I didn't. That's not what I'm saying, bro. I'm just saying. My point is, I'm very excited for Vision Pro. I believe it's going to change the way that we interact. I become more and more sold on it every single day, and
You're a silly boy.
I am ecstatic.
I love you. You're my best friend, but you're a silly boy.
No, I'm serious, because like even this conversation right now, like rather than having to like be locked down to a screen, to be able to like sit in my space and be like looking at other things in augmented reality and then just have like your frame right here in FaceTime would be phenomenal.
That's
that
what
would
it
allow
is right
me-
now, dude. You can look around right now, see other things in your room, and then turn to your right and see me on the monitor.
Yeah, but you're on a computer monitor, bro.
I'm gonna be on a monitor in VR.
No, bro.
The monitor's gonna be floating there without any wires. Woo.
Exactly. I can't wait. Guys. I wonder if the audience is still excited for Vision Pro. I mean, I certainly am.
Hard to judge. I don't know. I'm not going to answer
Seems like
for
people are
them.
pretty excited still.
I think they should answer in the comments, and you should read them.
Okay. I will try to read a couple.
What? Are you scared of the comments? Are you scared of the people?
No. I genuinely love everybody for watching. And
Because
I really
there's
appreciate them.
comments on our videos that can be hard to keep up with, but on Genius Bar, this is just our little crew.
I know it's it's gang for sure, but
Gang.
I forgot.
You forgot. That sounds worse. That you forgot about them. That sounds actually worse.
I'm sorry. I really love everybody.
Okay.
If I say that, does it make it better?
No. Mm-mm.
Are people still gonna be mad at me?
No.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
have a big ego.
Yep. It's not the only.
I do think my ego is not like becoming a thing, but I notice myself like lashing out at people in my own life more and becoming more argumentative with people. But I think I've started to address the problem and I'm working on it. So
That got really deep.
Yeah.
While we're in the deep waters, I would like to talk about. Because we are talking about Apple and their great products. I would like to talk about the best one. This is the iPad Mini, everybody. What I have here is the iPad Mini 6. If you guys wouldn't mind taking a quick peek-see. Here we go. There she is. I'm bringing the iPad Mini up because, drumroll please, what are you yawning for? You fucker. There's a new iPad Mini coming! Yay! Supposedly. iPad Mini 7 could be coming later this year. Sam, Can we pull up the story?
Wow, iPad Mini 7. Are you freaking kidding me, bro?
Okay, Sam.
The iPad Mini 7?
If the iPad Mini comes out, the iPad Mini 7 comes out with a better display. Are you going to be on board?
Yeah, if it did have a better screen, I would definitely be way more.
So are you going to buy one? Not for YouTube.
No.
What?
What do you?
If it comes out with a 120 hertz display, you wouldn't buy it? You don't want it?
Well, first of all, it's not gonna have 120 hertz. Second of all,
this is a hypothetical question.
No. I think the iPad Mini is too small, especially with the iPhone 15 Pro screens even getting slightly larger than they are now. Like,
Sam, is this fun? Is this what's fun to you? Is it fun? Is it fun opening my mouth and shitting directly down my throat?
No, I don't want to do that.
Because that's what this feels like.
That. I'm sorry. I don't want it to be like that.
That's fine. You don't have to. It'll be.
Are you gonna get
present.
it? Are you gonna get your faster processor iPad Mini? Because you're definitely.
Of course. At this point, I'm just collecting them now. I just got to catch them all.
Luckily, there's only 7, so it shouldn't be that hard.
It's just so perfect. Like I'm holding it. I haven't been smiling this whole episode, but now ear to ear, just holding this little guy.
You should get a sealed iPad Mini original, and you should unbox it.
For a video?
Yeah.
Question. Why the hell would I do that?
Oh, because people like sealed unboxings, I think.
But I don't.
Well, you could make it, though, because you love the iPad Mini. It'd be a way to show
No. I love this iPad Mini. Like, just because you're an iPad Mini doesn't mean you're in the cool kids club,
Oh, you didn't like the old iPad Minis?
They were all right. It's like...
The old ones were a little bit better, bro.
No, they weren't. It's still mini form factor, still the same footprint, more screen. What are you laughing about?
It's just like, bro.
Why do you have to be such a hater?
You're just like not a real person.
I am.
Dude, it just hit me.
What is it?
That like...
What do you want?
Apple literally spends 7 years making the most cutting-edge headset that exists on the planet, and you're like, nah? And then they put a new processor in the same iPad Mini, and he's like, go! What? Did you see this report from Stream Level Bro? Holy shit! Oh my
That's because it's great to begin with.
I don't care about the Apple VR headset.
You don't care about the headset?
How do people still watch this man? Why do you guys watch John Prosser if
They
he's gonna
don't.
play you like
They
that?
don't.
If he's gonna
They
take you
don't.
like a fiddle, and well, they don't watch me either. So I guess we're in the same.
They don't.
Okay.
My Marquez video did well though.
It was an awesome video. People seem to really enjoy it.
Fun fact,
they
little
say.
behind the scenes. Am I allowed to tell them?
Yeah.
Okay. When Sam was over my house, when we were doing the first in-person Genius Bar, we were playing Call of Duty, and I don't know what we were talking about, how it came up, but that video title was his idea. He said it. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I have been working on that video since then. There's been many different versions.
Yeah. Since January.
But the very positive, friendly version is the one that was the one that went out.
Yeah, it went through a lot of revisions. We definitely had very different ideas initially, and yeah, you did. Yeah,
People were very surprised. It's a very hard left turn from John Prosser not being super negative.
Yeah, I know, dude. It's a whole new John. Now we just got to get him on this Vision Pro, baby.
My next one is about you.
I wanted to say because I watched it. Maybe I watched you published it. I think the same day you gave me the preview, didn't you?
Mm-mm.
Oh, really? Okay.
Gave it to you a couple
When
days
you were
early.
showing the some random YouTuber B-roll and the Marquez B-roll, I really wish you would have used mine. Like I wish you would have used my video.
Do you? Is yours that similar?
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was. I
So,
just thought it would have been
what I
funny
did-
if you
what-
put
what I
some
did-
random dude and it was me.
What I did was, and I don't know who. Let me just make sure I got the name right. All I did was I typed in iPhone 14 review, clicked on one of the first ones, and was like, "Yep, that looks exactly the same."
That's really smart.
Because that's how easy it is, though. I literally just
Yeah. that's
searched
pretty
it
bad.
and then did that. Oh, okay. So Mark, he's the one I used the footage from.
Mark Gurman?
Yeah, I wish I could have. Mark Linzingen?
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah. I think.
Sure, great creator, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He responded on Twitter and I didn't respond. So in the video, I show a Marquez shot and then somebody else. Marquez shot, somebody else, and it looks like identical. And he said, I don't appreciate you using my footage and having my work considered an emulation of some sort, dude. I worked very hard for my videos, and my videos look completely different from Marquez. I wanted to respond apparently not. Apparently they don't look different because I was able to use it side by side. You made my point for me. Exactly. So I don't know what you're talking about. My videos don't. I wasn't here to start beef with anybody else, but you just happen to be
Well, I think you
great
did the right
example.
thing in the video by not putting the name if you were trying to make that point. 'Cause
Yeah.
then, nobody knew. Nobody targeted.
And it gets the point
anybody.
across because it's like,
Yeah.
you know, there's probably a YouTuber that came to your mind where you're like, oh, this person, same shots. They do the same shots.
Mm-hmm.
But
I came to my mind because I was like, I've made things that have looked similar to this before because I've watched those videos. I'm a problem as much as anything else.
yeah, as much as
But
anything
I
else.
try to have more fun. I try to make it a little different. I've been, having some fun recording some stuff.
You're doing great, man.
Thanks, man.
You make me jealous.
I don't actually. Why?
I'm having a crisis.
You're having a John, we just got over Crisis 4. We're already on Crisis 5.
Yeah, I'm having a crisis. Well, and somebody even, dude, the fans are so smart. Somebody responded to the MQHD video and was like, seems like John is very conflicted about the direction of Front Page Tech, and what the content he wants to make. And I was like, God damn, way to call me out like that over
Dude,
one
there
video.
is nothing worse than that. I will say the comments that I do see are the one that just splits me down the middle and ruins my entire day. It'll be this super niche thing that only I know, and they'll be like, that headphone was slightly off his ear and he looks like an idiot. And I'll be like, no, that's one thing I didn't want them to say.
the thing that during editing, you were like, hope no one notices.
Yeah, and then the one
immediately.
person. Yeah. So what are you conflicted about, man? Let's have a
First of all, I'm trying to find the comment because it was so good. They just noticed everything. I wanted to give the guy credit for noticing.
Let me find your channel.
Okay, from
Oh, your Marquez video did crazy. I didn't know it
from
popped up that
from
high.
From Peter Welton. He said something tells me John is questioning his own content on YouTube and asking himself the bigger picture of what he wants the channel to be. Respect for stepping out of the comfort zone. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. So, just very. I was like, God damn it! Good job, Peter. Also, the day the video went out, I needed a MagSafe battery pack. And so I went to a Best Buy, and I was in the Apple section, of course. And a guy comes up to me, he's like, "Hey man, just wanted to, has anyone helped you yet? Like, has any of the Best Buy employees helped?" And I was like, I'm just looking around. He's like, "Oh, hey, you're John Prosser, right?" And I was like, and if you're watching right now, I'm so sorry for the way I looked, because in my head I looked gravely disappointed that he knew who I was. Like, I wasn't ready for it that day. And he was like, "Are you John Prosser?" And I could be exaggerating this a lot, but I feel like there was like 5 seconds before I responded. And I think my face was just like this. Like, I think I sighed and made a face at him before I said yes.
Having a crisis.
And I was like, "Yeah, man." And he's like, "Loved your MKBHD video today." And instead of just going, "Hey, thanks," I was like, "How did you already see that? Like, you're at work." He's like, "Well, I wasn't at work all day. Like, it came out earlier and I saw it before I came into work." And so I just feel like such an asshole. I can't react. I'm not good at reacting to humans, I don't think. I think I have a problem.
You don't like being surprised. You like to have control of the situation.
Yeah. Like, I want to.
You like a meet and greet where you know what's going to happen. You're comfortable there.
Yeah.
But you don't like to be, you probably wouldn't do well as like a big celebrity then.
No.
Like, if you got bigger than you were now?
Yeah, no. I would just in a disguise the whole time.
Yeah.
Kind of how, like, when we went to Gruber's show, and I was, like, trying to disguise myself in a hat and my hood's up, and we're walking through the lobby. I'm fucking golden. My head's down. No one knows anything. And your shiny head that stands 7 foot tall, that is very clearly you, of course. And so they recognize you, and then next thing you know, there's a whole like group stoppage in the middle of this lobby because Sam was just so obvious.
No,
I was in a hat and a hoodie, and after that picture was taken, I bolted. I was out the door.
You did bolt. You went to the car. I don't know. I enjoy engaging with people.
See, it makes me sound terrible. I enjoy it too, but like you
just have social anxiety.
Yeah,
man.
that.
It's okay.
I'm
not saying you're wrong for it.
So you already have social anxiety, but imagine going out in socialness, and there's like not a huge chance, but a decent chance that someone knows you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I get it. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Anyway, to that guy, Best Buy, sorry about how I reacted. I am very grateful that I got to talk to you, and I didn't mean to make it seem like that I hate you. I don't hate you.
See, that's how I feel. That's how I feel when people leave comments.
Is that why I don't read them? Do you have comment anxiety?
Not really. It's just more like, I don't know. I guess I don't give people online credit like this. Like, I feel like I know I'm a work in progress. So like some episodes of Genius Bar, like I don't like watching. Like there was one a couple weeks ago where like the
same one I'm thinking about episode. Probably where we're just like
yeah, like the nothing episode where I was just kind of like, I don't know. I just feel like we were trying too hard to be. I feel like this episode we didn't have a ton to talk about, and we're doing a good job. Like just being ourselves.
Being buds,
yeah. We're just being like where I feel like before we've tried to. Where I've fallen into pitfall, I'll speak for myself. Like,
well, that's the interesting thing. It's like this show is so interesting. Where, I mean, we do have some leeway, right? We record on different days sometimes. Like it's not the same day every week, and the structure is it is a little flexible. But for the most part, like we don't miss Genius Bar. We don't miss a week. We show up for it every week, and you just kind of get whatever version of us exists in that moment, which is so weird because like with Front Page Tech, it's so structured and curated, and if it feels weird, I can just edit it out, and the script is like curated for me. But this is really like, I mean, if you guys tune into Genius Bar every week, and like you know us better than anybody probably because you get the different versions of us based on how we're feeling.
Yeah, that's why I appreciate the Genius Bar fans. And
apparently not enough because you don't read their comments.
But that's not. I don't think reading the comments is a way to actually judge. Like, I That's not. I don't do that because I don't care. I just don't do it because, like, I don't know.
Also,
if something's important enough, it will come to my attention.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do read the comments. I just don't do it that consistently because sometimes they do affect me, and I'm not ready for.
I feel that
for the wave of criticism.
It's like at our meet and greet, so many people. Like, I don't know what your line was like, but so many people in my line brought up conversations that we've had on Genius Bar, things that we've said on Genius Bar from like 2 years ago. Like, it's crazy how dedicated the audience is. And I get it because we make a podcast for you to listen to all of it. But when you come up to me and you mention a conversation that was like from 2 years ago, from 45 minutes in, that's just like, holy shit. Thank you for spending that much time with me. That's crazy.
And the same thing happens, like, I love podcasts. It's essentially all I watch on YouTube now is just, I watch Bobby Lee, Andrew Santino, Bad Friends. I watch the H3 podcast. I'm like a H3 stan.
When we have our studio,
family,
let's just quit Front Page Tech and Apple Track and just do Genius Bar.
And I mean, that would be really fun. I definitely am very excited to. God, I can't say it, but
oh no,
I've got pretty big plans for our studio. I haven't even told you.
Well, you know what's great about that?
Like, if people, go ahead.
What's great about that is we could just do the podcast full time, pay for the studio, pay for your big idea for our studio, with all of our sponsor money. With that said, here's today's sponsor. Just kidding, there isn't one.
That was good delivery. Like, Apple Track is like here. Like, I don't know. My vision for Apple Track, like, it's starting to pay off, but like where it's going to be is like here. Or sorry, where it's at right now is here, and where it's gonna be
to the moon.
Higher
to the moon,
Jupiter,
higher than
Jupiter,
the moon,
at least higher than the moon, higher than me off of a, vitamin. You know what I'm saying?
Off a vitamin.
I'm very excited. I've been talking a lot creatively with like Shay over at Concept Central, and he's just a really good person to like bounce ideas off of, and we work really well as a team. Like we have an iPhone 15 video coming out on probably Saturday.
Okay, I'll make sure to put mine out before you.
Like, some of these renders are just insane, man. I mean, like, it looks to the level almost where it's Apple doing this, and there's just nobody doing it with the level of care and attention and skill set that like Shay has, and it's really fun. It's really, like, I used to be like, oh, another iPhone video, but now I'm like, oh, another iPhone video. Like, I'm so excited to put out these renders because it brings everything to life. And we did it for the Apple Watch. I don't know if it didn't perform as well short term, but it's already doing better long term because I knew it would start to pick up. And like Apple Watch, we have custom renders for the Apple Watch Series 9 and the Apple Watch Ultra. I want to do custom renders for more things. Like, it just, for me, it's a way to, it's just a way to like get the new product without getting it early. I don't know. I, to be fair, everything Apple Pro laid the foundation. Which, by the way, I want to get him on this show. I haven't talked to him in like a year. Yeah,
like we were pretty close. Like, we talked a lot, and then he just really he fell off the face of the planet.
Yeah, he's just been focused on cases. Stuff. I mean, support him with Phone Rebel for sure. I mean, he's obviously been a huge inspiration for what I do. I mean, he was one of the 4 or 5 people that I was subscribed to before I started making YouTube videos. Like, I'm talking 2013 when he had 200,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And Jeff Benjamin from my download blog had 60K subscribers. Like, I mean, these were all the people that I looked up to, and it's definitely wild to like be doing the same thing as them. And
it's I don't know. I see where you're going, and I feel like you are better at this than me. Like,
no, that's not true.
No, okay. What I meant to say is, for the content you're trying to make, you have a level of care that I don't.
I think
like that I'm not willing to put in. I think
that's not true though, because you spend longer editing every episode of Front Page Tech than I do in my videos.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is not that I'm pivoting right now, but this whole Marquez video it's not the direction Front Page Tech is headed in, but I would like to explore doing more things like that because I feel like, I mean, we've been doing this for over 10 years and it's kind of the same cycle, the same rhythm all year, every year, forever. And I'm beginning to care less about what's coming next because what's coming next is always coming next in my life, It's crazy that the phones used to matter a lot to me. But now I don't look at it as like the iPhone 14 or iPhone. I just look at it as the category. And I'm saying all the same things that I said last year, I'm saying them again this year, kind of. That's what it feels like. And I want Front Page Tech. I got to be careful how I say this for the people watching, but I feel like what I make doesn't matter. Like, I feel like the videos that I put out don't matter, and I'm not proud when I put them out. Sounds terrible to say it that way, but and this is not the first time this happens, and usually when this happens, it just means I've got to create some sort of pivot for myself. And that's come in many different forms. Like at one point it was hiring an editor. At another point it was, hiring a writer. Like if I feel a certain way or if I'm not proud of how I'm making stuff or what I'm making, I will change it up. And sometimes it doesn't mean change it for the viewer. Sometimes it means change it for me so I can keep making it for the viewer. And so I just don't know what that looks like yet. I don't know all I know is that I feel unfulfilled at this current time. I'm not leaving. But I just feel like what I make doesn't matter, and I want to find a way to either one, make the content that I've been making matter, or just change it. And I don't know what that looks like.
That.
Yeah,
and I want to encourage you to just keep trying because I was in a weird rut for years. Years, basically like early 2021 to I'd say.
So like the entirety of Genius Bar.
Yeah, basically. I mean, everybody's watching, seeing the ebbs and flows, but I actually am. I mean, also it's about to be iPhone season, which I'm excited for.
Yeah.
But for me, and that's what you nailed. Is you've got to make something that you're happy with. I told Shay this. I was just I have the clearest vision I've ever had for what I want to build. And Apple Track is the first thing I want to do. As soon as Apple Track hits 1 million on YouTube, it's just a cash machine where it's making money. I can have multiple employees. Then I want to start doing other things. I want to expand it. I want to hire more editors. I want to go crazier with short form. I've been working on this big project with a certain social media company that I've been, I mean, but I don't want to say it out loud because I don't want anybody to get the idea first. I'll open source the ideas once they're
I feel
done.
like I should censor a bit of that too, because
there's background for why I'm being secret about this. It's because people in the community have already gatekept me from making it happen, and it's I'll tell the whole story once it's there. But for now, we're gonna leave it where it's at. My point being, I know what I want to build, I know what works, and it feels so good to know because, I don't know, dude. For the first time this year, when views go down, obviously right now they're about to peak. September's going to be crazy, right?
Yeah.
Especially for the plans I've got, it's going to go crazy. And it's going to go down. In December, January, it's going to be brutal, man. The channel's going to tank.
Yeah.
But I don't feel scared this time. Before it would be oh my God, what am I going to do? And now it's okay.
Yeah, that's just how it is, yeah.
Yeah, take the views away.
Yeah.
I know what I know what I want to create, and I'm really proud of the quality and the level of information because also the videos I'm making are not. I'm really proud because I watch a lot of other tech videos. Listen, people trying to do what they do to get views, whatever. They're just making up rumors and things that are exciting. I get it. You want to get views, you want to get clicks, so you'll just make up things and designs that catch people's eye. But what I'm really proud of is that my videos are. I think they're doing good. I know that they can do better, and I know I can be better. But people are watching for the credible information. The renders I'm showing of the iPhone 15 are not something crazy to get your attention. They are what the phone is. And hundreds of thousands of people are still I want to watch this video.
Yeah.
And I've seen that in the watch time go up, and it just feels great that this investment I've made and these risks I've taken are paying off. And I'm saying this to say you're going to figure it out too. I know.
I
You're
know.
a creative mind.
Yeah.
You're far more creative and brilliant than I will ever be. And I know
doubt,
that
but
no, you are, and I know that you are gonna get there, and you're gonna be like, dude, I'm so happy. You just gotta be patient.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that it's.
I'm like, I'm not.
I know you know.
I feel like
I'm
it's
sorry that
sounding like I'm sad. I'm not sad. I'm excited
you're
for
just not
whatever
happy.
the next thing is. I'm
Yeah,
just
and I
at
get
this
it.
current time. I'm in that weird limbo zone of like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
what is the next thing?
I get it, bro.
This is a good spot though. I work really well under pressure. I think we both do, and. What is it? The first step is admitting, and so I know that I'm somewhere in between what I've been doing and what's next. I just got to figure out what the what's next thing is.
And here's the thing that you got to give yourself credit for is like something that we tend to do is like only base our value as humans based on our career and like how much money we're making or like how many views we're getting. And it's very easy to fall in that trap. I've fallen into it many times. But like you got to look at yourself and like just where you like just take one part of your life a year ago from today. Like just look at your health, bro.
Yeah.
You're a completely different person. You like work out all the time. You eat better. Like
I eat chicken.
you're more responsive. But like my point is like, yeah, you might be stuck on YouTube, but like you got to give yourself credit for like
you're right.
all the hard work you've put in there. And like just because you're stuck, like sometimes I do that to myself where I'm like, oh, that video tanked. And it's like, bro, you went to the gym 3 days this week.
Yeah. Well, it's hard.
You know how many
it's
other
hard
people didn't get out of
because, like,
bed?
we
Like-
don't clock out of work. You know, it's our work
hard to
kind of
separate.
is. I mean, this is a bad way to say it because it's not true, but it feels sometimes like we are the work we put out because we just made this up. We made the whole job up. No one hired us.
No, we
We
did.
just made this up, and if we don't show up for work,
Dude.
that's it. Except for the few times I have you host.
I came across for an interesting thought philosophy the other day that I would like to hear your thoughts about. Like,
Hit me.
I was just thinking if everything went away and we still had the same skill set we have now, but like let's say hypothetically YouTube, TikTok, all social media is gone, right? There is
the social media stuff goes away. Okay.
Yeah, so like no web, no frontpagecheck.com. Let's say that like everything we've done, there is now zero audience for it. It doesn't exist, and you've got to pay the bills next month. Like, could you actually go out and get a real job again? And I will say it definitely, when I thought about that being real, it made me realize how set in my ways I've become for like working for myself and how I think I would genuinely struggle.
Yeah,
which sounds silly, but
we're in
like,
such a weird spot where we're completely overqualified for everything and also extremely underqualified for everything.
I think the thought came when some friends of mine were talking about, they're like, oh, my boss drives me crazy. He's a bad guy. He doesn't care about me, but he gets to make the decisions and tell me what to do.
Yeah.
And it's what made me realize like just how crazy the internet is. And like everybody loves to be like, social media's killing us. TikTok ruining our mind. Okay, cool. But like there are no gates anymore. For like stuff. I mean, there's still some like Hollywood is obviously super gated and like other things. Like YouTube is still very hard, but it just made me realize that like I remember when I used to work at Culver's. We haven't talked about Culver's. This is like a throwback. Which,
God.
by the way,
Still
we
haven't
have to eat. We have to go. It's one of my favorite places in the whole world to this day. But I remember multiple managers of mine, and I was 16 years old at the time. But I remember I was like, you are incompetent. You get paid more than me. And you're 30 years older, so the system perceives you to be better at what you would do than me. But I know if we swap spots, I'd be a better manager 10 out of 10 times. Just because I would actually care and I wouldn't be here just for the paycheck. And I wouldn't get off of controlling other people. Like I would actually want to make the company better. And I just remember how frustrated and there was this position at Culver's that was called
you
dining.
Worked there.
Yeah. And for the first 6 months, so there were like tiers, right? Like you had the kitchen people that
cried?
would like cook burgers. That was like mid. No. Let me tell the story. And then there was like the front of house who like took orders at the register, and then there were people at the drive-through that took orders. And I was always like, the drive-through was kind of like the coveted, like you're the fastest moving, you got to be on top of things. Like that was kind of like the quote unquote top level position. This sounds hilarious to describe it this way. And then there was this position called dining. Dining, your job was to clean the bathrooms, wipe off tables, and restock the ice machine. AKA, it was the brainless job that they would give to someone that didn't really, they weren't at the same level as somebody else. Like you would give it to somebody who just wasn't as, they didn't take the job seriously, or they weren't very good at the other position. So it'd be like dining. And I remember I tried out every position and I tried my best, but I don't know what happened. But for the next 6 months, every shift I worked, they put me on dining. Every single shift. And I was just like looking around at everybody. And this is my 16-year-old self. I was getting so fed up because I was like, I am so much more than wiping down this stupid fucking table.
Yeah.
Like off these messy people. And I was making, by the way, $8.25 an hour.
I don't think I ever made that.
Like that low or that high?
That high.
Dude, and now like when I tell people I made $8.25, they're like, "What? That's like you couldn't even like, dude." Just to put it in context,
my jobs. I think the highest I ever got paid was just like $7.25.
That's so crazy.
I know.
Because like now minimum wage is like around 15, and like even that's
wait,
not enough
what?
for me to live, but yeah,
for real?
Yeah. I think federal minimum wage is 15. I mean, states have
Holy
different.
shit.
Like Arkansas and Missouri are probably like best friends. They're like,
holy shit, dude!
But here's the thing.
That was
That's
rich
still
people
not
stuff
enough.
back then.
Yeah, I know. I remember hearing friends that would make that working, and I was like, "You're rich." But my point with the story is to say, I've realized how fortunate I am. But it's taken me to have like a good period of like the channel and like the vision to be playing out for me to realize that. And that I think sometimes I absolutely forget.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you have a similar.
I forget all the time.
I don't know if there's a similar moment for you, but there is a specific moment that I always go back to where, so I was, Front Page Tech existed maybe for three years or so. And I wasn't making money from Front Page Tech, but I was working with Chris Perillo, and I was making like $1,000 a month. And I remember a specific moment in my kitchen where I was like, holy shit. Like $1,000 a month is basically nothing. But I could like pay my rent and eat a little bit. And I was like, damn, I am doing exactly what I like to do, what I love to do, and I get to pay my rent. That's nuts. And I remember how grateful I was for $1,000 a month in that moment because it wasn't doing something else. I could go off and do something else probably for minimum wage and make more than that. But I was just like, holy shit, I'm making videos and making money from that. That's crazy. And so now and things are, I mean, fucking the whole back end of everything is a goddamn catastrophe. But
I can't.
Yeah, but like, I always try to remember that moment. Like, you were making $1,000 a month, and you were really happy. Like, I remember I was doing dishes, and I was just in the kitchen, and I was just so grateful. And I'm like, okay, we gotta remember. We can't let go of that or forget that, because then I just feel like if I forget that moment or if I don't reference it in my head, then I'm an entitled prick.
Yeah, and I feel the same way. Like, I'm sure there's some people that, like, as soon as I started telling the story, was like, YouTuber says they couldn't go back to a normal job. Crazy. Like,
I really couldn't though. Like, I don't know how. I don't know how.
I don't say that again to be like, we are very detached from reality, and I feel like a lot of people just won't admit
it's
that.
True, but
I feel like a lot of people don't admit that. I'm very aware of that, and it definitely leads me to be. And I'm just like, bro,
like I know
how, like.
I know I could probably apply somewhere, get a job fairly easily, but the second anyone tells me what to do, I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get fired.
I was thinking about that. Because my plan, like to this day, and I'll continue to say, if everything went away tomorrow, the second it goes away, I'm going on NBC Universal's website and I'm applying for a job as an editor there or whatever. Like that, I'm going to NBC. I had a good experience as an intern there. I would go right back. But I was like, the second I'd be working on an edit, and he'd be like, "Hey, that clip's you're gonna lose the attention. You got to go way shorter. You got to add this effect. You got to put this." I'd be like, "Sorry, what did you fucking say, bitch?"
I know.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Let me shorten that real quick. Okay, which effect was it? Sorry, Rob. Rob. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to pop off there. Okay, it's done.
It'd be
It's
so
done.
bad.
Yeah.
And I don't know
And
how
it's
to like
not-
handle people, or I don't know how to handle the structure. It'd just be so bad.
Because there's like on the other side, like there is something. I definitely feel out of touch with like reality and also just like a social way sometimes. Like it is 7:33 p.m. I have not walked out of my apartment today.
I know, same.
In fact, I've only looked outside once. Like, and so as soon as we're done recording the podcast, I'm going to go for a short run because I would like to get out of the house.
I think that's what I'm gonna do too. Yeah.
But God, I can't wait till we're in LA, bro.
I was gonna before the show, but it was 102.
Yeah, no, that's insane. It's
Here.
too hot, bro. Make sure you're drinking water too.
I'd probably melt out of
Yeah.
my own asshole if I went outside.
So that's another reason I'm so excited for the future and especially like be in person with you, just so I can have like another human to like work with.
A human,
like,
a human
talk
that is
to.
like relatable to you and that understands each other. Yeah.
Well,
pretty
yeah,
great.
I just like that's why I want to build out Apple Track. It's like, yes, it's fun to make money. Like it's also like silly to be like, no, I don't want to make money. It's like, yeah, I want to have a Lamborghini. I want to be rich. That'd be fun. But it's like I just want to like build it out and connect with more people. And like I think I've said publicly that like the mission of Apple Track is no longer, and I see this happening with a lot of people on YouTube, man. That their mission has become to monetize as much as possible to make as much money.
Mm-hmm.
That is something that I want, but that is not my mission. My mission is to reach as many humans as possible and get them excited about Apple products. That is my mission.
You want to
as
touch
a
all
human
the
right now.
humans that you can.
I just want to make people excited about something. That's why, and people leave comments all the time. They're like, he cares about Apple too much, whatever. At the end of the day, if I
Whatever.
make one person excited and they're like, man, I'm looking, I just remember during some of the hardest points in my life, Apple was literally what got me through it. I was like, bro, I've just got to make it till WWDC because it's going to be iOS 7 or
Yeah.
iOS 8. Like, I'm so excited for iOS 8. And it was watching other videos when I was going through a hard time that it was just like, that's what I want. And like, that is my mission, is just like, let's get excited about things. Like, people love to shit on people that are excited about things because they just want to feel that level. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry you're sad, but man, there's so much cool stuff that's going to happen in the future. Like,
I'm sorry, but if this is all a pitch for Vision Pro, it's not working.
it's not a pitch for Vision Pro.
Okay.
But it could be. But like, that's another thing that like literally I will wake up and I'm like, man, I can't wait to make Vision Pro videos and
Oh
get that
my
thing on my
God.
head. I can't wait. Dude, the Apple Car. Can you imagine the podcast after the Apple Car, bro?
We'll make it
It's gonna
inside
be
of one.
so sick. That would be it's going to be 100K plus. It's going to be insane. It's going to be how I can't buy a review unit Apple Car.
We don't have to because we are already the number one Apple podcast in the world.
So they'll
Apple
send
Car
it by
comes out in 2027
20
maybe.
I'd say
by then,
2020, 30.
by then,
2023.
like Apple's just going to be handing us stuff. Sam and John, would you like Vision Pro and have everyone come to your house to try it? Yes, of course, Apple. We can do that for you because we're the number one Apple podcast in the world.
Yeah, and that's the attitude. And I'm so happy that we've made this thing and we're doing it. I love that people watch. And yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm also like on the iPhone 15 high of like realizing it will be out in a month and that like everything is just going to get more and more exciting.
Well,
But man,
like,
I just love tech, man.
there's like,
Love.
here's the thing. There's still some like news to cover, but it just feels weird to talk about it after we had like an actual meaningful conversation. So do we save it for next week or do we talk about it? Like, where do we
Let's talk about a couple other things that were interesting.
like AirTags?
Yeah, AirTags will be updated in 2024. Okay, next.
Kuo Ming Chi said that new AirTags are coming. Well, hang on. He said AirTags are
Production.
likely to enter mass production by late 2024. So it doesn't mean that we're going to get it 2024, but and also I'm kind of surprised that there's going to be an AirTags 2. Just because of all the controversy and all the stuff that happened with
Oh.
the first run of them.
I see that. But they're so good.
They are really good.
And it's become a house. Apple has once again become a household name, bro.
Bro.
Everybody knows what an AirTag
Over
is.
something that's so simple too. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, of course. So AirTag Doso, AirTags 2 in 2025 probably.
Dude, but just think about that.
If they're entering mass, if not just production, if they're entering mass production late 2024, that would likely mean that we get them for the first event of the year. So like March,
I
April.
actually would say they'll probably come out Q4 of 24.
Really?
I could be. I mean, I guess, dude, that'd be crazy though. First quarter of 25 would be 4 years.
Or they could just website it.
They could also just January.
Yeah.
Introducing second generation AirTag.
They could push it. They could do it in December too. Who's stopping them? Right before Christmas.
Crazier, I guess. Would it extend the battery life even further? Maybe do a rechargeable battery of some kind.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's no reason to make them smaller. No reason to change the design.
Months.
Yeah.
Eco-friendly.
This was kind of funny. So, speaking of Quo, no sign of Apple generative AI technology coming in 2024. So this kind of contradicts. Well, I mean, Garmin didn't really say that's what was happening in 2024, but like he planted the seeds, and so Kohl Chi saying that there's nothing coming from them in 2024. Did you see? And I don't want to say that this is a direct response, but did you see that Tim mentioned this on the earnings call, saying that they've been working on generative AI for years? It almost felt like a response to Quo, saying that nothing is coming, they're not working on it, for him to say, actually, we've been working on generative AI for years.
And for Quo to say that, it doesn't make any sense because Apple literally announced like AI stuff at WWDC.
Yeah, personal voice is generative AI, yeah.
Personal voice, the new autocorrect keyboard, like these are all large language models, LLMs that like Apple's using. I don't know why people are acting.
I mean, is he talking directly about Siri, maybe?
Maybe, but he didn't say that. He just said generative. But also, again, like, I don't know. I guess I just don't get why people don't get Apple by this point. Like, Apple is not going to release a Siri AI chatbot. Why would Apple
just
do that?
Just you saying that made me laugh.
Yeah, because it's like, bro, they need to make ChatGPT. No, they don't, bro.
Yeah, well,
Apple does not need to make ChatGPT.
Yeah, just because it's a trend or just because it's happening doesn't mean that Apple also has to do it.
Apple, like always, is going to take a technology that exists, that somebody does first. I know this is crazy. Everybody listen up. Pull over if you're in your car. Here's what Apple's model is. Crazy new tech that comes out from somebody else. Apple takes 3 to 5 years in a little horseshoe to go through all the steps, and they perfect it. And then they put it in their own product, and everyone forgets about the old thing. We were just talking about an example of this. The Tile and the AirTag.
Yeah.
Tile comes out. Tile. They have a decade plus lead on item tracking. No one has said the word tile in 2 years since the AirTag came out because
Apple
even
still
did it
in
better.
Business?
Yeah.
They are?
My point is,
poor Tile,
like, Apple lost the AI game. Apple's behind on AI. Well, then Apple's behind on every other technology in the world, and yet they're the most valuable corporation that exists on the planet. So how can Apple be behind on everything, but also make the most money because people buy their products? Like
I would like to inform the audience.
Understand.
It is confirmed. Tile is still doing it. They're still doing the thing.
I know they're
Loved
still doing
by
it.
20 million people is on their website.
And they put that because they're struggling with market share.
20 million.
My point is,
why do I feel like that's 20 million that has ever bought it, not 20 million active Tile units?
Anybody that is making a short-term decision about Apple and AI, like, this technology has been a 2023 development.
Yeah, Apple has never been responsive like that. They've never they don't panic and make some sort of response product off of a trend from last month.
And do you know why? It's because ChatGPT isn't actually a great product.
It's cool.
It's an amazing technology.
Yeah, it's cool.
But it's a shitty product. It just overtly lies all the time.
Is it lying if it's not a person? Is it lying or is it just wrong?
But my point is, people are like, oh, Apple's so behind on AI. No, they're not.
Yeah, I know.
They're not behind. They're exactly where they've always been. Dude, periscope zoom camera technology has been out for years.
Yeah. Foldable phones, they haven't touched that.
But they shouldn't touch foldables, and I don't think that they will.
I don't think
Now,
they should touch them either.
I think there's going to be a foldable iPad, and I want to make my prediction.
Dude,
here.
a foldable iPad makes. Yes, I said that from a long time ago. Not that they were working on it, but that makes the most sense.
That's a place where that technology actually makes sense.
Yes, make big thing more portable. Don't make portable thing
more portable.
It's almost less portable.
It literally
because it's like another step to get to the same thing that I had last month.
And listen, Samsung just had fun. See, this is where everybody's going to be like, he's so annoying. He's
Here we go.
Fanboy. And they're right. You're right. But like Samsung pays hundreds of thousands of dollars to fly all these influencers out to Korea. And all the influencers are getting that bag and they're enjoying the business class. And I'm so happy that they are. And I know that some of them do love the folds. Some of them love the folds and the flips. But like...
They're wrong, but they do love them. Yes.
Again, I completely disagree on every single part of that phone. But I know some people love it. And I want to make it clear, just because I'm like dogging something, if you like it, that's cool. I'm excited when people in a couple of years look back at folding phones the same way they do at 3D TVs. It was really cool at the time.
Uh-huh.
It had a spark. And then no one talked
I think
about
foldable phones have been around longer than 3D TVs lasted, actually.
No, 3D TVs, they had a few years. And foldable phones, I mean, they're lasting longer than I think. The fact that Samsung is still doing major press events for the same phone.
But yeah, it's literally the same phone. Like, that's one of the biggest complaints is
with
there's
the same crease.
There's no competition, so they aren't even trying.
And again, I don't want an Apple folding phone. There are rumors that Apple is looking into this, and I don't want it. It's not like I'm sitting here saying, man, Apple's going to crack it. I don't want it because I think it's a silly idea. Yeah, please don't. Just focus on something that's actually innovative, like a foldable iPad or something larger that can become more portable, or a crazy headset like they're working on. And that's why I get frustrated when I see analysts being like, Apple lost 1%, drop in stock, Apple bad buy Apple.
1%.
Like, okay.
But I think I said this earlier, but 1% is still like 1 million iPhones. That's nuts.
Yeah, it's a lot of raw product if you look at it.
That's so much. That's crazy that they sell 100 million iPhones a year.
I'm more bullish on Apple than I've ever been, man.
You're bullish?
I'm so bullish. They're working on so much cool stuff. The iPhone still dominates. Even on Samsung's home turf, we got a report today that more people in Korea are switching to the iPhone than Android. Like, the long-term game
but you know
paid
what?
Off. What?
Samsung refrigerator's doing pretty great.
If Apple ever makes a refrigerator, I'm quitting. I'm quitting my job.
A fridge with Siri on it.
But that's the thing.
Dude,
Fridges are great.
If they're going to do anything,
fridges,
if they're going to do anything even remotely outside of like handheld stuff, TV, make a fucking TV, dude. It makes too much sense.
Yeah.
Make Apple TV an actual TV.
What was Samsung's first product? Samsung's first product. I'm actually looking this up. It's probably a TV. Wow, so Samsung's first product was a black and white television announced.
Wait, that's Tile. What?
Oh, sorry. I got to throw you the right tab here, brother.
Throw me into the right tab. There we go. Black and white TV. Oh, shit.
Why does this look better than a folding phone?
Samsung is a South Korean company originally founded by blah, blah, blah. The company first forayed into the electronics industry in 1969, and its first electronic product was a black and white television. Interesting.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, and then, I would still argue to this day Samsung's TVs blow and suck. Their panels are cheaper.
It's sharp and overly saturated. Just the way they take their pictures. Just the way their phones take pictures. Too sharp, too oversaturated, too much.
Yeah.
But to the regular person in a Best Buy, that looks fucking phenomenal. That's the thing. Like, when you see a big old vivid TV next to other normal looking TVs in a store, it looks crazy.
And yeah, also if you're like buying like a 70-inch 4K TV for under $1,000, like,
There's your sign.
You got to know if something's too good to be true, there's a reason. Like, and that's something else that sucks. Like, I hate that Apple products are expensive because they do prohibit a lot of people from getting them. And I get it. It sucks. The iPhone being $1,000 for the Pro is a lot of money.
What's about to be
Like,
more? Sony
TVs cost thousands of dollars to get a really good OLED.
Yeah.
But it's just like that's to get something that is truly crazy like the Vision Pro, it costs money and it sucks and it will go down over time. Like Apple has an iPhone SE. You can experience the iPhone for $400. I mean, cheaper than that with subsidies and and stuff. But like, yeah, I basically I'm just trying to say I love Apple and I'll ride for them till the day I die.
It sounds like it. All right, Sam. Is that
and
it?
I love you, man.
I'll
ride for you till the day I die because you're the best.
Ride or die. We're ride or die bitches, man.
All right. How long
you?
Tell me about your runs in the outro. How long you doing? What's your pacing?
About 30 minutes, and I use Whoop. I just do it till it says my strain is good. That's the only metric I look at. Strain, good.
That's probably a really good way to train. I've been doing. My pace is so weird. Like I'll start out at like a 7:30 or 8-minute mile, and then I'll slip down to like 10 minutes 30 seconds by like the third mile. Sometimes I fall off real hard.
Yeah.
I run out the gate hot, and then I just plummet. But yeah, I'm gonna go for a little running tonight. I'm very excited.
Yeah,
I
I'm about
love
to do
running.
that after this.
Do you like running?
It's therapeutic sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, man. I just the feeling of like walking back in my building after a run, dude. Tim Cook could be in the lobby, and I'd be like, "Fuck you looking at, brother? Fuck you looking at?"
Yeah.
I just got done with a 3-mile run at a very mid pace.
Yeah.
But that runner's high is addictive. That is the one drug that I'm definitely addicted to.
It's like no matter how terrible you feel that day, if you can convince yourself to run, you'll feel better.
Dude, do you get that when you are done running?
Oh, yeah. Like anytime, and I know it too. I fucking know it. Anytime I feel like garbage that day, I'm just like, dude, just get up. Just go for a run. You'll feel better. And I'm like, nah. But I always do. I always feel better.